The video games industry is one of the most innovative and fastest growing industries in the world. The men and women of this industry work tirelessly to provide entertainment for the masses, and some of these provide the music. Music that we love. Music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves playing those video games. Video games. Music that we love. Music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves listening to video games. Video games. Do we even know who these people are? No. Would video games be the same without them? No.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Average Giants.
I don't believe you.
Nice suit.
Yes, I dressed up for the occasion.
Today we have an awesome show, as always. In the first show, we're going to be talking about a game called Jump Tanks. And joining us in the call today is Casey and Josh. You guys, if you want to introduce yourselves.
Hey, thanks for having us. This is Casey, lead designer on the game. I'm doing level design and balancing stuff, balancing
Cool.
stats and all that good stuff. Yep.
Okay, would you guys mind giving us a quick synopsis of the game, like before we get started?
Cool, yeah. Jump Tanks is a 5-on-5 action RPG, so we're going for a team-based game where you build your own tanks and battle it out online. So you could build a tank to kind of match your play style, and we have like 150 different tank parts to choose from and all that sort of stuff. So we're still pre-alpha, so we're adding more depth to the game, but that's kind of the overview, is team-based shooter with customization.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
definitely. It's a blast to play too. I mean, I've been playing a little bit today, just getting ready for the show and building some tanks and blowing some people up.
I've just been looking at it. Ooh, shiny.
cool, thanks.
Okay, so we do actually have the IGM stream team willing to play if we want to get some players in here. So should we take some time and set up the match? Like, is there a certain way that we need to set it up?
Sure. Yeah, if you guys haven't had a chance to customize your tanks, we can spend a moment doing that, and I can kind of go over some of the stuff.
That sounds great.
Cool. So yeah, you can go up to the garage in the upper left-hand corner from the title screen, and yeah, the way the game works is you have 3 tanks that you send into battle, and when one dies, the next one will spawn in, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's like the game is kind of designed around like a trading card game or like building a deck kind of mentality. So you can think of your tanks as your deck, and so you can build, ones for different scenarios. Yeah, you can click on one and click modify. In this build of the game, you'll want to set a different gun on each tank. So you can click on guns, and we've got about 8 different guns.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, and yeah, the V laser is a fun one. It's basically 2 laser blades that start at the side and then swipe towards the middle.
Cool.
And become a focus attack. So that's a good short range weapon. And then if you want more of like a railgun sniper weapon, then the Black Lancer is your choice. So yeah, over the course of the match, you can always switch them up in between matches. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Neat. Okay, so we'll try that.
Yeah.
So I also wanted to ask about the pilots, because there's a lot to choose from. So, like, I see they have different health, as well as they have different buffs and that kind of thing. Is that something that you guys are building more in depth as you're going along?
Yeah, that's the system that we're working on more, but the way it's going to play out is that each pilot has a passive ability, and then a rival and an ally ability. So, like, let's say we're on a team and I'm your ally, you would get my pilot's ally ability, which might be faster energy regen or some sort of defensive bonus, or we're going to try and do a lot of creative different abilities. So yeah, like there's a ring around your ally, and when you drive inside the ring, your buff will become active. So it's just like a subtle way to like encourage people to like fight alongside one another or help each other out. And then the rival buff is going to be someone on the opposing team is going to have kind of a debuff against you, like, some sort of greater damage against a certain armor type and things like that. So
Cool.
yeah.
Okay. So I've got 3 fairly different tanks, so we can kind of show some stuff off.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
just right
Sounds
now.
good.
I'm just really going completely random because I'm assuming at this point that the majority of stuff that you do to your tank does not actually make much of a difference right now.
Yeah, it's still early days, so like right now the main ones are your gun and your chassis. Your chassis will, have more armor in different categories and energy. So if you like when you play the game, you'll see like energy. You use energy for jumping, dashing, shooting, all that good stuff. So if you find yourself running out of energy, you might want to, in between matches, choose a chassis that has a bit more energy. So,
Oh, okay. Cool.
but
Okay.
yeah, there's always trade-offs, right? So you might get more energy, but then you're really weak to a lot of different weapons. So, yeah.
So with all the stuff that's in this game, how difficult was it to balance it, or is there no such thing right now? Just throw a bunch of stuff in there and be like, everybody will just blow up everybody for now. It's okay.
No, there's like a basic balancing pass that's happened. So the way we did it is kind of assigning different point values to different attributes, and it's like, okay, for your chassis, each chassis can have basically 10 skill points, and then we dole them out, and it's like, oh, you have a lot of resistance to this, but everything else you're very weak to. So it's kind of, there's been like a rudimentary balancing, but we want to write a tool that will go through and basically run some like simulations and find things that are like out of whack compared to other parts.
So
Okay.
you don't want
Yeah.
anybody that's too powerful.
Okay.
Yeah.
That being said, let's show off a little bit of the gameplay, maybe?
Cool.
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good. So, just go to the title screen, hit play. You can put your name in so we can see
Yep, mine's
who
in.
we're shooting at.
Cool.
Yeah.
And should we just do deathmatch? We'll just do deathmatch
Yeah,
and
that's
blow
fine.
people up.
And will it automatically join in
Yeah.
the server?
Yep.
To the
Mhm.
people in the server?
Yep, that's keeping my fingers crossed. That's how it typically it works. Cool. So actually, the game mode. Yeah, we show a couple game modes there, but the game mode we're playing is called Hunter, and so in Hunter mode, one player is considered the hunter, right? And they'll have a ring around them, and that player on your team will get like a bounty for everyone they kill, so they can keep getting more and more points. So you kill someone, and then the next person you kill is like the value plus whatever. So you want to keep that player alive. So on the blue team, if you're on the blue team, I'm the hunter. So let's see. Josh was away from the keyboard. I just blew him up.
It's the best time, really.
Yeah. So you basically want to keep your hunter alive so they can keep gaining points and becoming more valuable. But also, like, if the red team kills me, then I'm worth more points the better I'm doing. And so it's kind of this kind of fluctuating, kind of game mode. Let's see. Adam. Nice. Let's see. Also, you can do a jump crush attack, which is pretty fun. So you can click in your mouse wheel if you're playing with keyboard and mouse, or on the gamepad, your right analog stick. So when I'm up in the air, you can dive bomb attack, and that's tuned really high right now. So if you hit someone, it's basically an insta kill. But it's
Pro tips.
Pro tips, yeah. So watch out for that one. The game kind of becomes like a thumb war, right? If you've got verticality on your opponent, you can come down and crush them.
Totally. Is this? Oh man, it's PG.
Oh. Okay, so
And,
one thing I'm experiencing right now that's an issue is that my right trigger is not inverted, and it's really screwing me.
Okay, Cool.
See,
So
that's
you can
called
just
normal.
No, it isn't.
there's no normal. It's all right. Yeah, if you exit the game, you can go to the options from the title screen and go to controls, and you can invert it. Yeah.
If you're in a game, you can press escape and it'll return you to the main.
Yeah. That is totally hard to play with an inverted. I feel your pain.
This is a really beautiful looking game. What engine is this on?
This is Unity.
Oh, okay. Really good.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, we're going for a kind of stylized, very vibrant look, kind of like Capcom or older Japanese games, where it was like everything was really iconic and bright and inviting.
It has a really good arcade feel in this game.
How many areas are there right now, or is it just one?
Right now we have one map we're showing, but there's a day and night version.
Oh.
And then, yeah, we also have one of the features is a dynamic arena system. So each time you play the map, there's like some different elements. For example, there's like some barges in this level that can make like a shortcut across the bay at the front part of the level. There's also like a giant construction crane that'll be in the map sometimes. So, yeah, you know, with multiplayer games, you play them, you know, like the same map over and over. So we just wanted to create a system to keep it fresh and add some, you know, some like roguelike kind of elements. Yeah, we're also planning on having some enemies. So like there'll be some enemy turrets and things that aren't going to be on anybody's team that will shoot at you and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, we're aiming to have like 6 maps for the first release. So yeah, we just want to have some variety for players. And
do you guys
this one's-
have any? Do you have any timeline of when the game will be going into beta or when it's going to be released? Oh, that's good.
Right now we're checking out the Steam SDK and integrating that, and we're gonna get like a better picture of what the time frame is when we see how easy or difficult the Steam stuff will be. So
Yeah.
sorry, Killer PG.
Because I'm trying different methods of control to see like,
Okay.
like the controller versus the mouse and everything.
Mhm. Yeah.
Shift, controller.
For the
Spacebar, boost.
yeah. For like sniper weapons, I like the keyboard and mouse, like the Vulcan cannon or the Black Lancer. But for like the bolt thrower and other weapons that you don't need to aim as much, like the gamepad's fun.
Gamepad, yeah. I'm using a PS4 controller, and Giant has an Xbox 360 controller. So we thought we'd try them both out.
Nice, cool, thank you. Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we support as many control types as we can,
Yeah.
especially since it's an arcadey game.
Yeah, of course. The only
but-
hiccup I think I'm bumping into is since I'm streaming, my normal 60 frames has gone down to about 10. But
Oh
nothing wrong
no!
with that. Nothing wrong with
Oh
that.
no! So you're playing like a slideshow, basically.
It's not terrible. Like
Yeah.
it looks a little choppy, but it isn't that bad.
No,
Okay.
I'm fine.
But it looks so much better at a higher frame rate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah, we're
Um,
going for like a 60 frames, like on our recommended spec, and then like our low spec is we're aiming for 30. So right now, yeah, it's 60. It's like really nice. But sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just going to ask, did you guys have any input as to price point or platforms that you're planning to launch on?
Cool. Yeah, we're going for Steam. Testing out a Mac build. I don't know how much I can say about that at the moment, but
Yeah.
Josh can field that one better. I don't want to make any promises, but you know, Mac
It
and
works,
Linux.
but no promises.
Yeah,
Yeah, well said.
yeah. Like Mac and Linux would be great, especially because the Steam box is coming out. That would be really cool to play this on your TV. And yeah, Price point, like we want to make it affordable so you can play with your friends and like have a good community. You know, we don't want, you know, we don't want to charge too much and have a small player base or something like that. So
I also
Look at
saw in the shop there are things like booster packs and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Did you want to talk about that at all?
Sure, yeah. So the game is basically a collectible action game. So you can, like, we're thinking of selling the game as like basically a starter pack, right? So it's like $10 or less, and you get, you know, a bunch of tanks, like maybe 3 to 5 tanks worth of parts.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, if you want some more parts for variety, you're like, oh, I want to play more stealthy, or I want to make like a short range kind of bruiser tank. You know, you could get a booster pack with some more pilots and parts for like a pretty affordable price. So,
Interesting.
you know, yeah, because we want to offer like a really deep game, but we, you know, we don't want to like gouge people. So it's like, oh, I like it, but I don't like it enough to get more booster packs, or I love it and I want to get every part. You know, just like have that flexibility. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
that
And
makes sense.
And it's
will everything be able to be unlocked through gameplay, or will there be strict?
Are you meaning like pay to win?
Yeah, like if you get credits or ranks or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, you know, I'm up for doing something like after a certain number of games or something, or experience points, you can unlock like a part or something, or like you get some parts for playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the primary way will still be like boosters, but you know, giving out parts and stuff too for playing the game and like supporting the, you know, like, yeah, being an active player. So, because I think that's cool too, you know. Because I think there's kind of a stigma, you know, free to play can be kind of, I don't know, ethically, it's kind of a weird space, and as a gamer, like, it doesn't resonate super well with me. So it's like, I know I personally, like, if I pay for something, I'm more involved with it generally, and like, you know. So, I mean, that's something we're definitely open to getting feedback on, because it's kind of the Wild West right now with like Steam and like the price of games and how people are selling them. It's like, it's really a crazy time. So we're trying to do something kind of in between. So.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is the recommended specs on this game?
We're nailing that down. Like, it's hard to tell because we have kind of beefy dev machines.
Yeah, that's
Like, yeah, we definitely want to optimize it so it's, you know, everyone can play it.
Yeah,
But like right now, it's like i7 with, you know, a graphics card from the last year or two,
okay.
and like 8 gigs of RAM should do you pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I have an i5 laptop that I'm using right now, and it's
It's running pretty well.
running 12 frames per second.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's yeah. You might want to run. You can run in windowed mode. If you open up the folder, there's an option for windowed, which might be a bit nicer.
It's not bad looking.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking at ways to optimize the game right now, definitely.
Mm-hmm. It's always got to be a difficult choice of how you optimize the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because you definitely want the game to look a certain way, but you also want it to be accessible for people to play.
Yeah, totally. Especially for like competitive multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oftentimes people will crank down their specs so they can be like as competitive as possible.
Yeah.
Right. I don't care what it looks like. I just want to win. So, yeah, and since it's open world, you know, you're seeing like a big expanse of the city. It's harder than like a corridor shooter to like hide, you know, like stream in content and stuff. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the level design tricks that a lot of games use. So.
But it is a gorgeous looking game. I love the use of color and just the design that you guys have here is really nice.
Thanks. Oh, I see. Average gamer. Hello.
Oh!
Oh. Who did
Man,
that?
so I'm finding out that like I turn the mouse sensitivity way down, and then it's still like move my mouse a millimeter, and it's like,
It's really twitchy?
half the screen.
Okay. No, that's good to know. We'll add a little more variance in that. I haven't played with the keyboard and mouse for a little while. What are you playing with, Josh?
I'm an Xbox 360 controller guy through and through.
Okay.
I have a 360
It's
controller.
it's like pulling teeth to get me to test the keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
Your your frame rate is very low, correct?
Yes, mine is right now. It's mostly because I'm streaming.
Right.
That's the reason
Okay.
why.
Okay. Yeah, that's not going to help. Unfortunately.
Hey, what's up, man?
I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, one of the another ability you have is the launch pads, which if you're using keyboard and mouse or on the right click, you basically toss out this like little ramp that'll pop you way up in the air.
Okay.
And that's the face buttons if you're using the controller. So each tank you're going to be able to equip 4 different attachments. The one we're demoing is the launch pad, and oh, someone just killed me. But this one's kind of fun because if you're going to do a jump crush or you just want to escape, you can plop one of these down and then really cruise through the air.
Yeah, I've used them too. I'll turn around a corner, turn back around when I'm being chased. I'll turn back around and pop down a jump pad for the other person to run over.
Nice. Yeah, you can get a kill for tossing someone into the water with one. So
Well, I have a new goal.
Good tactic.
yeah. So we want to just make a bunch of fun attachments that let you kind of customize it to your playstyle, and also like I built one with a cloaking device or a mobile shield or a floating turret next to my tank, or that's where I think a lot of the fun kind of tank builds are going to come from, is like what attachments you choose.
Yeah, completely.
Let's see. And like right now there's no cooldown on the attachment. Like you can toss out a bunch of these, but that's going to factor more into the gameplay, as well as like when to use your attachments and like their recharge speed and all that stuff. So it's kind of like, do I want to use my shield now, or do I want to toss that out? Oh, someone just got blown up.
Yeah,
Who's
that
that
was
Luke? Who's Josh kill you?
No, that one is Peachy.
Oh man! Oh, now Josh killed me. Must have been jump crushed. You'll also notice that like the damage numbers are all color coded, so that'll indicate like what type of damage you're dealing. Or
that was going to be one of my questions, actually, because I saw all the different weapons have their own types of damage that they'll do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, for example, like you. If you have the bolt thrower, let's say, and you hit someone with it and you're seeing low numbers come up, you can be like, oh, they probably have a chassis that's really resistant to electrical damage. So, like, if you're doing TeamSpeak or something, you could be like, hey, come over here, Killer Peachy is really strong against my lightning. Can you shoot him with your photon cannon or whatever? So,
oh, cool.
Yeah. Let's see, I'll mix up my guns here.
No sensitivity down to nothing.
So you're kind of
I hope that does you right. Yeah.
Hope so too.
You're touching on a lot of plans for competitive multiplayer. Is this something that you guys are going to try and push as the game develops? Like, do you have any plans on what kind of multiplayer or what kind of competitive multiplayer you want?
They're aiming for MLG.
That would be fun. Yeah, no. Yeah, we definitely want, the team focus, and it would be great to do some tournaments and have like an active community of, players who are playing ranked tournaments and building clans and that sort of stuff. So that's something we hopefully develop as the game goes along, and we want to have, Hunter is kind of like our test of team-based game mode, and it'd be great to add more nuance and more meta game to it, where it has kind of a, what were we calling it, Josh? Kind of like an arc where things change throughout the match and your strategy would adapt. So it's like in game you want to be doing this.
A sense of progression throughout the match, so that the beginning and the middle and the end have a different feel, and you feel like something has been accomplished and the game has gone somewhere. Kind of like how Titanfall has that last mode where the losing team, where you have to evacuate and the winning team has to hunt them down.
Yep.
Like there's a change there. So you're still with the same people and you're still on the same map, but the story has kind of evolved a little bit. We're hoping to do something maybe a little more interesting than that, but more than just 2 sections. But yeah, we want to see the game changing from beginning to middle to end.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are implementing story mode, or is it going to be strictly multiplayer?
Yeah, right now it's a multiplayer game. We've discussed doing a challenge mode where you could basically practice against enemies in the maps. So it'd use the same multiplayer maps, but it would kind of be can you clear the whole map in this amount of time and create some sort of point system. So we've been talking about that, and also bots. I think bot support would probably come online before a challenge mode. So if you don't have enough players or something, you could fill out a match. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have an opinion on what sounds good? Or
I like the multiplayer focus. One thing I find, if you can focus on one style of gameplay, it's going to be much more complete.
Yeah. Yep.
And it reminds me of good old Armored Core games, like PS1 Armored Core.
Oh, yeah.
Just that kind of multiplayer style. And I personally really like the multiplayer. I think a challenge mode would be great, and it'd be a good way to introduce a lot of people to the types of movement and combat. I'm going to hit you with a laser.
Yeah, there's definitely some people really don't like jumping right into multiplayer and getting killed. So yeah, we were thinking that might be a nice way to do it. But
are you gonna match up games to ranked individuals? So similar rank.
Yeah.
Similar rank.
Yeah. When you play matches, we're gonna give you rank points and experience points, and that'll definitely factor into matchmaking. So kind of like Street Fighter's ELO system, you'll, based on the rank of who you're going against, you'll get more points or lose more points. So if someone's way overpowered, they have tons of wins, you probably, and you're just new to the game, you probably won't lose many points. But if you beat them, it'll really boost up your ranking. So, yeah. We've also discussed part leveling, so you'll gain experience points and you can level up your parts. But instead of leveling them up really linearly, more damage, it'll be more 5 choices, increase the range, decrease the energy cost of firing it, or decrease the weight. And then, if let's say you're leveling up your gun, you could choose which aspect to level up along the way. So it's
that way you're catering more to the actual gameplay rather than amount of time played.
Yeah. And then you could have the exact same tank as your friend, but they decided to level up their parts in a different order, so it's going to be slightly different along the way.
I would level up my shields, you would level up your gun.
I see. So
one's
a little more defense, a little offensive.
Yeah. Offense is a good defense.
Yeah, exactly. Just kill them faster than they can kill you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of defense, you'll notice the shields on the front of the tanks. When you fire, they flip up, and when you stop firing, they flip down. And so you can aim at your opponent and block shots, and you'll see the numbers bouncing off in this kind of crazy way. But it's just a way of adding risk and reward to the combat instead of just straight shooting. It's oh crap, I'm out of energy. I'm gonna block some shots, and So who's that? Average Gamer? You want to shoot me? Here we go.
Spawned in.
I'll just sit. Yeah. see if I can block some of your shot. No.
Nope. that shotgun.
Yeah, that thing owns from close range.
You again! You again!
Yeah. You guys tag team me. So yeah, some of the shields, like based on their weight, they'll like lower down quicker or slower. So like you might have a massive shield that protects like half your tank, but after you fire, it's going to be slower to get back into position.
Oh, okay.
And then also like, you know, certain shields will be better at blocking certain types of damage. And
I really like that kind of the front shield. When I first saw it, I thought, wow, that's a really interesting kind of design idea.
Like that's goofy shield. Yeah.
I really like the animations though. When you start firing and it flips up.
Right there.
I thought it was really neat.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, you'll also be like, it's not implemented right now, but we want to add ram damage. So like, for example, one of the shields has like a big buzzsaw on the front of it, so you'll be able to like ram tanks, and like if you boost into them, it'll do damage. So just one more offensive maneuver to think about.
That's so cool. That's probably all I would have to do.
Yeah.
I just specialize in ramming.
Ramming. Yeah, you could build a tank for that. We're also we also want to add impulse, so that means like when you get shot, it'll knock you around. So like you could make a tank and like ram into people and bump them off the edge of the map or things like that. Kind of get a little Smash Brothers on them.
Sweet. Oh man!
Whoa!
Oh, it's crazy over here. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, yeah. Okay, blue team. Okay, we're all teams.
Where are we?
Yeah, you're all team. Just don't mind me.
I'm sorry for teammates. Yeah.
I'm a spy. I swear, I'm a spy. No, I'm on your guys' team. Come on, let's talk about this.
No talk. Oh.
Okay.
So like,
help me!
Don't think I've done anything yet. Oh.
Clustering so closely together is an invitation to get crushed.
Yes.
yeah.
Just saying.
Let's see.
Now, come here, I want to introduce you to my laser.
Oh.
Oh!
Let's see. Yeah, I've been a useless teammate. I'm just kind of like driving around and haphazardly firing. But yeah, one other thing is like we've spent a lot of time on the network code for the game. So in the event you're not streaming it live, like the code is like written in a way where we can get like tons of bullets on screen at once. So like if you equip like the fire spread shot, for example, you could have 10 people just blasting out tons of bullets. And
wow. That's not something that's easily done either, where you can do that and have it still kind of be stable from the server side.
Exactly. Like most games, it's kind of like raycast weapons. It's like instantly hits you, but like these are like actual projectiles that you could weave or dodge. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of like a goal, is to look at like Gradius or Japanese shooters and apply that to like online multiplayer. So that feeling of weaving through bullets and stuff. So we hope to have more guns with like crazy shot patterns or heat-seeking missiles and things like that. Let's change up this setup. Yeah, you can also customize all your colors, and we're gonna have some.
I was playing with the colors on my red one with the really wide stance.
Let's try the Lancer.
Nice.
Oh man! Although everything that I have is completely useless, anyways, because I suck so much. So that's
that's the spirit.
Maybe if see if I can find a really dark color.
Okay. Yeah. Josh has discovered the really evil strategy of making a black tank. It's like we're gonna have to find some way to like highlight tanks a little bit better, so you can't just go complete ninja on your opponents. It's pretty powerful. Yeah.
I don't see the problem, frankly.
Of course you don't.
Oh, that fishnet bikini. Oh, you can't see it
Yeah.
on your screen. Look at my screen.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
you
wow.
know basic hacking attire, right?
Yeah,
You know?
of course.
No.
I noticed you guys haven't changed your pilots.
Nope.
You might want to mix those up a little bit because pilots bestow different buffs on your ally when your ally
cool.
is around.
Cool, will do. That's the blue circle, I assume, that I keep seeing.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's right. You want to be in the blue circle.
hmm And you can tell what buff you're getting because in the upper right, well, like the announcer will say, you know, energy some increase or jump capability increase. But in the upper right hand corner next to your ally portrait, you'll see an icon, and we're gonna work on like telegraphing that more, like maybe a little bit of text just giving you a hint, like, oh, cool, I get an additional jump, so now I can triple jump, or faster armor regen. We just want to make it really clear so people like see the value and like, oh, cool, I should totally get my ally ability.
Yeah, and those buffs make a huge difference because they are active now.
Oh,
and
jump on
some
top
of
of me,
those-
Peachy.
Some of those buffs will give you increased energy regen, and some give you an extra jump, and that can really give you the advantage against a player that doesn't have it.
Yeah, interesting.
And the other thing that is cool about the ally system is that it's not a buff that you get; it's a buff that you bestow on your teammates. So there's this element of thinking about people other than yourself,
Yeah.
like in the meta game,
What's good for
which
the
is not
team.
something that games usually encourage. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and we're going for like 15-minute match time. I don't know what it's set to now, like what, 6 or 8, but like I think 7, yeah. Like with some games, the match is like 30 or 40 minutes and then you lose, and then sometimes people get a bad attitude about like, oh, we lost because of you. We want to avoid that, where it's like, oh, cool, I only have an hour to play tonight, but I got in, 4 games, and we won one, and we lost the other ones, but, it's all good. It was fun, Whereas, like, if your stakes are like, this is my 1 hour to play tonight, it's kind of, it can get a little mean sometimes.
Yeah. And that's something that's ridiculously difficult. We've had Eric Asmussen. He makes Disco Dodgeball on the stream a couple of times, and that's another online only game. Well, no, it isn't online only, but it's primarily online.
It's pretty much online. I mean, you have
He
the
has
AI, but,
he has tried to kind of rein in his community, and he's put so much work into it to try and make this non-toxic community. But it's hard. It can be really hard depending on the type of players that your game can attract.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we want to make a friendly game that people just like feel good about playing, and supportive community. So yeah, like any suggestions on that stuff, we're totally gonna listen to community players. Just find ways to incentivize and encourage good behavior.
Yeah, of course.
sportsmanship is always good.
Yeah, exactly.
Until you start going like this. What are you doing? Oh, I just got killed by
Yeah, you guys are in the same room, so you can like shoulder punch each other and stuff.
Yeah.
He unplugged my controller too.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
And you still kick me at that game.
Wasn't that game? Oh, it was. It was snowing up.
That was
Capsule.
Capsule Force.
nice.
No, that's the one game that I was actually good at compared to him.
Nice.
I'm just waiting
Yeah, it's-
to have a moment like in what do you call it? Grandma's Boy. We're
Oh.
playing games. Can't wait to punch you in the face while you sleep.
Nice.
Oh, who's you?
As a game designer, yeah, I like Grandma's Boy. That
Yeah.
it's totally not how you make games, but it's funny.
It is quite funny.
This is, what? I wasn't even moving. I was scratching my leg. Oh, this is what would happen
sorry,
if Mike
PG.
Tyson fought an infant.
Ouch, Adam. Yeah, so Adam's also part of the dev team.
Nice.
Some of the programming. Oh,
So,
yeah.
question from the
Like-
chat.
Okay.
Mega Pie Man asked, is there much in the way of destructible environment? Or Well, I know like the trees and the street lamps.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any plans for like changeable parts of the environment?
PJ! Damn it!
That's a good question. We would like to add some bigger things you can blow up. The biggest thing in this level is there's like a big radio tower. I'm not sure if you've seen that you can knock over, but yeah, that would be great to add some more destructibility. The buildings are a little hard because we baked the light maps, so to get the nice lighting, we can't really blow up the buildings, and also it's pretty expensive computationally, so like frame rate and all that stuff. So we kind of but yeah, it's something we're definitely interested in. So if he has a suggestion, something he wants to blow up, just let us know.
Yeah, cool.
Like a giant lucky cat or something. Like lucky cats on the rooftop. Meow. The moving arm.
What if the ball goes astray?
What if you smash the players?
Yeah.
Whose input player name?
I'm gonna guess Kino.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I miss Kino not being in the call going, oh god! Oh god!
Nice. Zoinks!
Jeez, oh wait, that's sad. He died. Poor Casey Kasem passed away yesterday.
Oh.
At 82.
Can you guys talk like him? Do an impersonation?
Oh, geez, Scoob. No. I don't think it's gonna go very well.
Zoinks!
Zoinks!
One other element, like if you're running low on health, those exclamation points on the map are health capsules, so when the hunter is killed, a health capsule will spawn. So
Okay.
There are no pluses. You're not being chased. Ah!
Somebody kill him!
So you can like go guard one for your teammate. Like if your teammate's the hunter and they're beat up, you can be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go guard it," or you can just snag it and jerk the other team around.
I actually got points.
Yeah, but what does that mean? The score, the red one says 45 and the blue one says 43. But does that mean that we won? Did we beat you?
I'm not even looking at that.
That does mean you won.
I
Yes.
actually killed something this round.
Nice. Yeah.
I feel very accomplished.
Input player names got some. Looks like they had a bonus at
Well
some
done,
point.
input player name.
Savvy,
Nice.
savvy pliz.
Oh, the other
Siren.
one, the suicide.
Savvy pliz.
This is a pretty technical map. There's a lot of up and down. Oh, looks like we got to reconnect.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, input
so
player name is Kino. See, I told you.
Yeah.
I'm going to change the pilot. Change the pilot.
Yeah. You can also name each tank. So, like, for example, if you're playing different game modes and you have a bunch of tanks, you could give each tank a name. Like, okay, this is my flag running tank or whatever.
I will change to Hootie McBoob.
Now,
Hootie McBoob, exactly.
Hootie McBoob. I did have all my pilots changed.
Okay, nice.
Seriously,
So,
yeah.
I think one of the one thing that you could possibly do in this, just for fun, is like the character design. You get a point
really
where
like the
if you
characters.
both like go up to each other, you can both get out of your tanks and then start Street Fighter.
Until another
What?
tank comes around, just runs you
And then
over.
runs you guys over. So you have to deal with that too.
That would be ridiculous.
Get out of the tank. Wave. Yeah, that's like a...
So what you have to do is you have to create a game now that's a mix
Yeah.
of Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, good God.
Not
to make this-
jump tanks and Street Fighter.
Not
2.
to make this giant project any bigger.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's very obtainable in about 17 years.
Yeah.
We can do it, right, Josh?
Woo!
Josh,
Josh!
right?
Yeah, no problem.
Josh, right? Josh, yep.
Right?
Josh, right?
If I don't hear an answer in 10 seconds, that means we're adding it, right?
Yeah.
I was fumbling to unmute my mic so I could say no.
No.
Oh God, stop!
Yeah, making an online multiplayer game as an indie team it's hard.
That is amazing.
but it's been really fun to test. Like, out of all the games I've worked on, like, this being a multiplayer game, it's been really fun to just, like, you know, get the team together and, like, oh, cool, we got a new feature in, and it's like, you know, all right, we got to go back to work. One more match. Like,
Yeah, it's been really encouraging to get to that point where it's like we have to pull ourselves away from the game to work on the game. So it's pretty good.
oh,
What was the most difficult part of making the game so far?
I mean, let's see. It's probably just the networking, like getting that base infrastructure for like the server controlling everything. You know,
Nothing's been exceptionally difficult, just time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are a lot of moving parts and there are a lot of
What?
subtleties
Jumped me. Bitch.
in the engine. Probably working with Unity's physics and getting that networked has been the most challenging.
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I can't even
Because-
imagine how much time.
In the sense that it just actually limits our possibilities in ways that code we write ourselves doesn't. But most of it is just the time cost of implementing a feature in a network game like this is just higher than in a single player game. So everything just takes longer.
What is
Yeah.
what was your most heartbreaking thing that you guys realized you couldn't put into this game?
For me, it's probably the physics-based movement. So, like, if you're familiar with the game Off-Road,
Yep.
like we had a version where you could like jam the thruster and launch off of ramps, and like it was really like arcadey controls where you could like launch off of things, and oh my god, it was like instantly it was like, yes, this is so fun. But then, like, you know, because it's multiplayer, you know, we got to have the server control stuff so people can't cheat. And,
Oh yeah, right.
you know, we found that with that game mode, if you quickly tried to turn around, like, you would, like, kind of pop. And it was, like, heartbreaking. It was like, oh, it's so close. It's so close. So, I mean, I don't know. If there's some sort of, like, technological, like, they changed the way physics is handled a little bit in the engine or something, I would love to get that back, because it felt so good to just like boost and fly off of things, and then like if you could like boost and then fly through the air and jump crush, that would be so cool. So, but do you have one, Josh? That was like,
Whoa, this gun is horrible.
which one are you?
Which one?
I don't even know.
Well, how's it fire?
Oh, the Black Lancer.
Oh, it's
Oh,
long
okay.
range sniper shot.
Yeah, but holy crap, is it ever... it drains so much energy so quick.
Long range sniper
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. If you're using keyboard and mouse, I find that it's pretty good with that one. But yeah, it's a hog. So if we have another round, try putting like the dual cell chassis with it, which has like tons of energy, and you won't have so much of an issue.
So the physics based movement and stuff, that's for Jump Tanks 2 full contact racing, right?
There we go. Yeah, who knows? Like, you know, hopefully the game has some longevity, and, you know, we'd love to support it and keep releasing updates and content and all that good stuff. And, you know, I'll keep it on my wish list. I won't let that dream die. But, yeah, did you have something, Josh, that, like, was heartbreaking, like a feature or something that you wanted, or...
All of the features that I want are either in or we haven't done yet, so ask me when we release.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we have some...
Okay.
Oh, no, go for it, yeah.
I was just going to say that we love having people back on the show, so once the game gets closer to release or during release, let us know, because we'd love to pump it up and give you some exposure again.
Thank you, thanks. Yeah, that would be awesome, and yeah, we've got a lot of fun stuff planned for the game, you know, so yeah, we look forward to all the new attachments and stuff, and being able to show you guys some of that stuff as it comes online. So yeah, there's a long roadmap of stuff. Like, as a designer, I can't wait until we have. So.
How many unique buildings are in this place?
lot.
I think we probably made, I don't know, 40 buildings.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah, and you can adjust the height on them. So when I'm laying out levels, you know, you can make different versions of them.
Mm-hmm.
Put billboards and stuff. So yeah, yeah. We're thinking of doing a Kickstarter, and one of the rewards I was thinking about is like you get to design your own billboard.
Sweet.
Or
Average
like.
Giants.
Yeah, exactly. Either name billboards or name pilots or, you know, name tank parts, so you could create a gun name that's hilarious or whatever. So,
that's cool.
I don't know. Does that sound alright to you guys?
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. Yeah, like, you know, players could leave a mark on their game and, like, kind of be like, yeah, you know, that's my billboard that you just blew up, and I'm gonna crush you for it.
Dang it! I cannot do anything in this game right now. 32 to 9. How's that?
Oh.
32
You guys-
to 9.
Well, since the clock ran out, I don't think there's going to be a comeback, but
No.
you can pull some crazy comebacks, definitely. Like, if you can get your hunter with like a 6 or 9 point bonus, oh my god, you can easily get...
How the hell did that happen?
That's cool.
Oh.
Mega Pieman
Yes.
is asking if there's any plans to do offline bots. So even if you don't have like a single player game or anything, are you going to try and put any form of AI in there to play if you don't want to play online?
I think that would be really cool, especially tank bots, because then they could be used online or offline. So Josh and I have been talking about that a little bit, so hopefully we can do that, because it would be great. Yeah, for practicing and just, testing out new tank builds.
There.
But, yeah. No, the crazy thing is this Hunter game mode, it must be a good idea, because Titanfall just announced a game mode that is totally this game mode. And I was kind of like, no! But it's like, well, that was, you know... So, I think they call it Marked for Death or something, but they just announced it like literally yesterday, so...
It's okay. This video is going on air on YouTube in the next couple days, so
On
you'll
the
have
tubes, yeah.
you'll have recorded proof that you thought of it first.
Thanks. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because it's like, you know how it is. Like, they're obviously a bigger budget game, so it's going to be like, oh, Jump Tanks copied that, you know, or whatever. It's like, no! No!
You just point them to this video.
There we go. Exactly.
I changed my guy. Why is it still showing stuff?
I had that too, actually.
Did you...
Oh,
Those
you
are
can
your
see me.
allies
I
and
changed
rivals.
myself,
Yeah.
but nobody else did.
Oh, yeah, you don't see your pilots, as Josh said, so, yeah, that's your buddy and your rival.
All right.
Yeah, I
this
changed
one,
it to Zero Suit Carrot Top.
this one's going to have to be the last round.
Okay.
Just because we have our other guests that is going to be
Nice.
coming on the show.
Very cool.
So,
Yeah, that's... You guys
of course,
featured two
you
games.
kill me. God, we're right beside each
Me?
other. No,
Oh,
Adam. Balls, that's what that is.
so
Oh!
final
Peachy.
thoughts? Final thoughts, Giant? What do you think of the game?
If I was at my own computer, instead of my laptop, I'm sure I'd do a lot better.
Yeah, I get that too. But,
Yes, it's really-
but what do you think of the game?
Very fun. Does sort of throw back to a couple of old first-person shooters, which is always a plus when it gives you a bit of a nostalgia feel. But I like that it is very fresh as well. So, it's fun. It's fun. And, I think that it would. I could get used to this eventually, but for now, I'm just letting you guys win.
Well, Peachy killed me twice in the last 2 minutes, who were, you know...
Well, it's 'cause he's
Peach is,
Peachy. He
yeah,
can just
Peach
do
is well
everything.
known as just
Kill everything.
learning games very quickly.
Oh, someone's down there in that bit.
Oh my god! I can't turn around fast enough.
We were thinking of a quick turnaround attachment, actually. It's like...
Oh,
so
yeah.
like you made-
Oh,
it's like... Oh, okay.
That is sucks.
Whoa,
that?
Casey!
Is
Average
there
game.
going to be more announcing more commentary soon, or am I just not having high enough here?
Let's see. There's probably some events and things going on in game that we aren't announcing yet. Yeah. What do you think of her tone? Like, some feedback has been like it's kind of monotone, but the idea behind the design is to make it kind of like your dashboard or your Siri for your tank is kind of like announcing what's going on.
Well, until you get the voice of GLaDOS, I don't think there's an issue.
It actually gives me a bit of the. It reminds me a lot of the Warframe voice announcer as well.
Okay.
A bit similar there.
Well, because that there's no issue having a robotic monotone voice for that because it's a computer. I mean, if you have a computer that's actually like, that type of computer, then whatever. It's gonna be a Stephen Hawking, whatever.
That would be cool. Yeah, the background for the story, the background story for the game is that, like, Earth has been uninhabited. Like, most people have left and settled off-world colonies and stuff, and so these are, like, the people left behind have kind of, like, formed these nomadic, like, tank gangs, and it's kind of like turf war, so it's not really, like, some sort of, like, future death sport or anything like that, so, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's something we could do in the theme to, like...
I like that.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, like all the tanks and the parts will kind of have backstories to kind of like give you an insight into the world.
Mm-hmm. Interrupting people!
I'm sorry!
That's alright, that's
It
alright.
inspires!
Yeah.
Just don't listen to me, okay? As I get all fancy and fancy.
Hey, it's Kirby.
I think we're out of time.
Pretty quick, yeah. We'll be able to finish this matchup. Okay. Then we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Yes.
But thank you so much, guys, for joining us and showing off this awesome game. I've been looking forward to Jump Takes for a couple of weeks now, actually.
Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of sucks about our schedule is that we can see that we're not having to worry about what's going to be on our show. We have to wait 2 or 3 weeks for to actually talk to the people.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for playing it, and yeah, we're happy to put you guys on our mailing list for playtests if you guys want. You can play on your home machines sometime if you have time.
Please. As well, like I said, any significant updates or when you guys are planning to launch a game, let us know, and we'd love to have you back on the show.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it is coming to Steam. We just can't say when yet. I don't... yeah. We're looking to do early access and give people a good value though. So I know some people are getting burned with that. We really want to be careful not to like screw up early access for other indie developers or players.
It is a strange thing. It is a very strange thing.
It can be very good. It can be extremely good. It's all in how you do it. So yeah, as long as you guys are cautious with how you go forward with early access, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah. Like, as an indie developer, it's a really nice thing. Like, so I think as indie developers, we need to be really careful with it because, like, this game is, like, self-financed. So, I mean, it's really hard to do that. And to be able to get a game to where it's, like, good enough to start making a little bit of revenue so where you can put it back into the game and make the game better. I mean... That's really fortunate because before it's like publisher or no game, right? Yeah. So.
Whoa! Everybody's here.
Yeah, it's gotten a little crazy.
I'm not.
Yeah, just landed on somebody's head. Oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drive the roads.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
The streets here.
All the developers are just like leapfrogging on everybody. There's a lot of verticality to your play once you get used to it.
Yeah, especially with the launch pads. Oh, we want to add legs that can hover also. So, like, you can pop yourself way up and then just kind of, like, cruise around and wait until someone's under you.
I actually saw when I was building the tanks, I saw it said hover value false. So I was like, oh! So I just went through all the legs to see if any of them were different.
Oh. Sorry to disappoint. Maybe next time we'll have that in there for you. Hover value false.
Yeah, that's the name of the episode.
Yeah, there we go. Hover tanks.
Oh, it's a tie game.
Oh,
Oh,
snap.
no way! No way! Well, that's a nice way to end.
I think it's not going to end until we. Until it ends. I thought it was going to be like a.
It's not gonna end until we. Oh, it's end.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be a sudden death deal.
Oh, gotcha.
nice.
Oh,
We should
that
have
is
some
good.
sort of tiebreaker. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be a good one to put in for sure.
a crush off.
There you
Crush
go.
off.
Savvy, who's one of our stream teams, would love to revisit this game in beta. So, if you guys need any playtesters, you've got a bunch here.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Savvy.
You found a few.
Yeah. But guys, that's gonna. We're gonna be on break, and when we come back, we're gonna be playing a cool game called Solar Storm. I just want to thank you guys again for joining us and showing off jump tanks. This was
Yes.
a blast.
It was very fun. You know if it's a really good game because we can't talk much.
No, exactly.
And there's lots of yelling and cursing.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, if people want to find out more, they can sign up on the mailing list on our site, and we'll try and throw some good perks people's way. So
Perfect.
Perfect.
And Savvy, would you mind finding that website, or if you guys just want to tell us what it is, we can put it in the chat?
just mbsgames.com and /jump tanks
Okay.
should be it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you again, guys, so much.
Yes, thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you.
We're gonna
Have a
take.
good
Oh, sorry.
Just saying good night. Yeah.
Perfect. We're gonna take a 3 to 5 minute break, guys, and we'll be back with some Solar Storm.
Yeah.
And you guys can probably hear the plane because we're back! Okay.
I had to.
So for the second half of the show, we're going to be playing a really neat game called Solar Storm. I'm going to be pulling it up here. It's supposed to look black right now, don't worry.
Yeah.
We're
playing the most darkest, most brutal game ever. Nothing.
Blood Ocean. This game was described by the developer as being a mix of FTL and Lego. Is that right?
I think so. I think that's what they said, because basically we'll let them.
Yeah.
Say
actually, so we're going to introduce Kieran Mathers. Kieran Mathers. We're going to get you in the call here momentarily. Click. And then we can have a little bit more fun.
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
A little bit.
Oh, now you got that stuck in my head. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Kieran?
I'm really well. It's nice to be lovely to be on the show.
You're
Good.
really awake now, right? You're really awake.
Well, it is 3 a.m. here, so I'm doing all right.
And you're officially the third guest dev to be up at some insane hour.
In as many weeks.
Every
week.
yeah,
we
week
apologize
so far.
that we're Canadian.
But we are very, very thankful that you jumped in at the last minute, because we actually had a cancellation at about 8 a.m., I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So very grateful that you agreed to my begging.
So I haven't.
Oh gosh, no, it's fine.
I haven't started the game yet, simply because the intro to this game is so neat, and I kind of want to show it on its own. But would you mind giving us a quick synopsis before you start it up?
Yeah, sure. So Solar Storm is the game that we're currently trying to kickstart. And what you're about to play is what we're calling our tech demo. It's sort of our tech demo and our tutorial, or it would be our tutorial if we'd actually managed to integrate the tutorial parts into it. So we're still working on that.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Would you mind
but
for
it's
Kickstarter?
sorry?
Oh, sorry, I'm talking to Giant.
Sure.
Okay, that being said, I think we will start it up because I love the intro. It looks so neat.
Everybody shut up.
Quiet at the back.
Yeah. Still in alpha testing, should be understood as a tech demo rather than a finished, polished product. It is extremely hard. Nonetheless, we're sure you'll enjoy playing the game.
We hope.
We hope. Ah, this is so gorgeous.
Earth is the cradle of humanity. But mankind cannot stay in the cradle forever.
MSP Bellamy, this is Bradbury Station. You are cleared to dock.
We command, that will hold. Rapid throw a final pressure check, then we can go home.
Oh, that's his welder. Like,
But not all believe.
oh my God, his
it's
cork
the great
came off.
filter they call the fear that something will destroy us if we try to enter heaven. Humanity's first steps into the universe will be the last, they say. And so they fight, they kill, to save us. But we will not be intimidated. We will take our first step to Mars and then beyond.
Pre-flight check. Engines, check. Comms, check. Systems green across the board.
We will go to the stars. Our destiny demands it.
STS-96, you are go for launch.
Oh man, what an
yeah!
intro! What an intro!
Dude!
Oh, that is so cool. And now, is that you narrating the intro?
Oh no, I wish. No, we got a guy who's a friend of ours who used to do radio for in the UK. So we got him to put on his best set of accents and just do the voiceover for us.
Crazy. Well, that's really well well done. That intro alone, I'm sure, is going to net you some
And
Kickstarters.
the art styling is delightful.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell our artist Tom he spent probably, because when we decided to put the pre-alpha together, we decided to get as much gameplay in there, but try and give people a sense of what we were doing as well.
Yeah.
So that animation took probably only about 48 hours to make, but it was quite a rush job at the end.
Wow,
So we were sort
really?
of, we were running around trying to get that done in about 2 days before, about 3 or 4 days before the Kickstarter started. We hadn't even thought of what that was going to look like.
Huh. Wow, I'm impressed. So,
Thank you.
main menu, play without hints, which means that
Yeah.
you're going to be my hint master.
Absolutely. Did you read the manual?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
There's a manual? Oh.
There is. We tried putting it out without a manual, and everyone on Facebook just came back and said, "Dude, what's going on? We got no idea what's going on here." So eventually we had to put out a manual saying, "Well, it's kind of like this: build a spaceship."
Mm-hmm.
So shall I talk you through this screen?
Certainly, yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We don't
So
make
what we.
any of the results, or he does.
Oh. So if you go onto this screen here, you've got the big blue box. The big blue box is your construction screen. So on there, we're going to put together a spaceship, and it doesn't matter what kind of spaceship that is. So it can be as many parts, whatever shape, whatever size you want it to be. So if we go onto the component selector now, which is
Yeah, I was
up
about to
there.
say, so 25% Kerbal Space Program.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
going to be 5 to 10 seconds of lag between our Skype call and the stream as well, just so you know.
Okay, that's cool. So on the component screen, we've got all of the components that you need to build a spaceship to go to Mars. Now the difference between Solar Storm and STS-96, which is what you're playing, is Solar Storm is going to be a lot bigger than STS-96. In this game, all we have to do is we have to get you to Mars. That's it. Should take about, if we make it, if we're not killed by a bug, or an enemy drone, or an asteroid storm, or the reactor overloading, or the computer deciding that it doesn't want to fly anymore, or the ship just falling apart. If we can get through that, we'll get to Mars in about 30 minutes.
This sounds slightly more in depth than I was expecting.
Okay, computer, go. I can't do that, Dave.
So you're gonna put that piece right there. Boom!
Yeah. I like
Not
that.
quite. Not
And
quite.
I think I saw on the website, like you mentioned here, because it's STS, this is actually a standalone demo.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, this will hopefully, if we get our funding to actually make Solar Storm, this will be in the game, and these components that you see here are all unique as well. So what we'll do is for Solar Storm we're going to redraw all the components, and we've got 17 components here, I think.
Yeah.
For Solar Storm we're looking at a minimum of 40, as well as an awful lot of unlockable components which you'll gain as you go on.
That's gonna be cool.
Should be.
Okay, so how do we strap this nuke onto a rocket?
Well, I'd start with the reactor in the middle,
Okay.
which is the round one.
One there.
I wouldn't take more than one, I have to be honest. And then what the aim should be is try and put together one of each component. Now, if you look at the components, you'll see that little blue boxes pop up with them as well, and that should tell you what component has what functionality. Now, they don't all have functionality because we were still trying to program that in when we started the Kickstarter, but they're all there at least. So it's worth taking them all just to see what happens.
Airlock is gonna help.
We have guys. So some of the components are only accessible outside the ship. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to send guys outside the ship in spacesuits to make sure that they can get there. Boom! On your construction map, what you've got the little green boxes.
Yeah.
That indicates that's passability, but it's also It's also connections as well.
Oh,
So try and make sure that your green boxes all line up, because all that'll happen is if we head out into space without that being connected, is it's all just going to fall apart. So bits will just start falling off the ship.
didn't need that battery
Well,
anyway.
there that goes.
Is there any way I can move the components around that I've already put on the map?
Most of them, yes. So if you right click on them, it'll delete the component, and then you can replace it.
Okay, so airlock, we need you to go there.
There you go. Unfortunately, batteries shift. Capacitors, be a little bit careful because for some reason they're sticky at the moment, and I'm not sure why. So you've got the airlock and the reactor together, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we need to do is we need to use a corridor piece to connect them, because otherwise all that's going to happen is that's just going to fall away.
So all the green stuff connecting together will
Draw corridor.
they have to.
Yeah, they have to connect. We had a lovely guy on Facebook that just went, I launched my ship and it completely fell apart. And I went, I'm really sorry, what happened? And he went, I put all the components together and I went, that's great. And then he sent me a screenshot, and sadly, he hadn't realised, because, admittedly we hadn't told him, that you had to connect it with corridors. By connecting it with corridors, without that, all that happened is his ship just went crunch immediately. So we call it FTLB's Lego because we're trying to make it we're going to try and make it quite unforgiving, which is it's got quite a short playthrough time. So we want players to have a few runs at it before they find something that really works for them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit unforgiving, but that's by choice rather than balance issues. Though there are balance issues.
What did you just do?
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. That's a lot of corridors, man.
You should have been like.
Yeah. I
Like
just
a-
seen how.
Snake game along with the core.
There, now they can get anywhere.
I'd suggest that as a good start, take the two sensor modules, so the broad sensor and the high precision sensor, and the command module and the living quarters, and put those together. That's generally a good start.
Okay.
I think on this one we've got a pre-prepared ship, so if you guys give up trying to build it at some point, we can always just load one that we built earlier.
Okay. Perfect. Let's put that. So that's the crew quarter. Command and control deck.
So basically, no matter where you put things, it will still fly.
It will still fly. Whatever shape of ship you like will fly. However, as we get into the game, you'll see that different designs have different advantages. Because the ship, do you see how you're building it at the moment out of components?
Yep.
When you start shooting the ships up, when we get into a combat situation, it's going to fall apart in exactly the same way. So what you want to do is you want to try and have a central core with a minimum number of corridors in it, because all that happens is when the corridors start getting hit, they start breaking off. When stuff starts breaking off your ship, obviously you lose it, and yeah, you'll end up with bits of ship just floating away, trying to hold it all together while it falls apart. So that's one of the features we're really quite proud of. Like in FTL, the ship just has a health bar.
Yeah.
Our components have health bars, so you can blow them up. But if you take the corridor section out that supports a set of components, so like let's say that long corridor that you've got coming down from the reactor.
Yep.
If our enemy was able to knock that that corridor off, your airlock would fall off as well and just tumble off into space, never to be seen again.
Oh boy.
Interesting.
So I would suggest an engine at some point as well.
Mm-hmm.
We will get further with an engine, I think.
Maybe.
So we're hoping that this mechanic is the one that really draws players back, because I spent hours building ships on Solar Storm,
Well, the fact of the matter is that if you're, people love the customization ability of games, especially space games, especially games that, you can blow shit up. So...
Succinctly put.
Well, you can definitely blow shit up in this one.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, that's looking good. I'm liking the look of that. Some of the passability's not perfect yet, though.
Yeah. That's okay. We'll figure it out. So we have different type. Oh, I probably need some leg support.
Potentially. If you want to take a crew, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things you have to have. Do you see the little lander that looks like the Apollo lander?
Yep.
That's the Destiny lander. So in STS-96, it's the first ever manned mission to Mars, and there's a bunch of people that don't want you to get there for a story reason.
Yeah.
If you don't take the lander, A, the game won't let you fly, but B, there's not actually much point in going to Mars because you'll just kind of look at it as you're going.
Yep, that's Mars.
with a bunch of embarrassed astronauts going, are we supposed to go down there? Are we? Oh, that's why! Oh, nobody told us that!
It's a learning curve,
If you hit spacebar as well, you can rotate the components.
Oh, okay. Neat! Oh, I love this. This is already really neat.
It's very in-depth and it gives you a ton of replay value.
Yep, I love it. So now we just need to put as many weapons as possible.
Let's see, what have we got? We've got some batteries. Okay, we need a couple of things as well. So the little things that look like they've got LED lights on them in the top right-hand corner, the capacitors. Yep. Without those, we don't actually have an energy recharge bar. So we've got lots of energy coming from the reactor, but what we need capacitors to actually use that electricity. The other thing we really need, is fuel tanks as well.
Okay.
So without the fuel tanks, we'll obviously we're not going anywhere. Again, there's a bunch of astronauts going, oh yeah, we should have brought those. Yeah, so we'll just go back to Earth then. Let's see. Are they actually attached? No, they're not attached.
There will be a moment.
Clever stuff.
There we go. Okay.
So the other thing to remember about the ships in Solar Storm is that while we haven't managed to write it down yet, all of the different components in there have mass. So every component. So the larger the ship, the heavier it is. The heavier it is, the more fuel it needs to move. Mm-hmm. So you've basically got a choice. You can either take some dreadnought with as many guns as you can pack onto it, as many engines, as much fuel. Just fill the map with corridors and redundancy. if you want to, or you can do what my favourite tactic is, which is to build the lightest ship and just hope for the best and try and steer and try and stay out of trouble rather than just going. Just going straight through it like instead of going through it like a juggernaut, just trying to stay out of trouble. It's a little bit harder. It's a different kind of play style. But we're hoping that people that have played Solar Storm will kind of realise that and think, well, I could do it this way, I could do it that way. There's a bunch of different ways to play this game,
which is really cool. However, Giant, how do you think I'm going to play?
You're just gonna put lots of guns on it and just go berserker style.
Possibly.
You're like, I don't need shields. I got guns.
I have guns as shields.
I will break the Games Master's code for you here and give you a tip. Enemies are only ever going to come from the top.
Okay.
So putting guns to the side probably ain't going to help you.
Okay.
So generally we say guns to the front. And take both types of guns as well. So each gun has a different functionality. So a railgun which are the big thick-looking ones, they fire one single devastating shot, but it can miss, as opposed to the laser guns. And what the laser guns do is they do a very small amount of damage, but they're absolute precision weapons.
Yeah.
So all you need to do with those is you just need to pick your target and you'll hit it immediately, because when we were doing the research for this game, lasers in real life, at least, as you know, they've never really been weaponized. But if they were, they just hit you. They hit you at the speed of light. Literally, you're hit at the same time that they fire. So there's no chance to dodge out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Railguns, with the amount of distance that there is between things in between objects in Solar Storm, you'll see it pop up. You get a chance to dodge railgun shots because obviously they're pretty damaging.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Hopefully we'll get a chance to show you that. The other thing to say is that it's all procedurally generated. So I literally have no idea what's about to happen. So we can fly out into space and then get immediately hit by a meteor shower.
Boom!
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. With guidance, hopefully we'll make it through the first one. The second one, not so sure.
So force
But,
are good.
But yeah, so let's wait and see. Shields, real space here. Come on. if we have shields, do we have shields yet? Not that I know of. Unless the Americans have shields. If the Americans have shields, we'll stick them in the game. But no, not yet.
We're just
Okay.
gonna distance ourselves from those other
I think
star-based.
the average Jugger Giant is ready to go. It's the SS average Jugger Giant.
I don't think we can put any.
We are ready to fly, I think.
Excellent. So click on Draw Corridor once more, just to get rid of the component that you're currently hanging on to, because otherwise it'll hang around on the menu screen. And then hide component selector. And what I'd suggest is that you save it under some beautiful name, because obviously with replayability, we don't want our players to have to rebuild the same ship over and over and over
Average
again.
Juggernaut.
Yeah. Now the average Juggo Giant.
Jugger Giant.
Yeah, the average Juggo Giant. Perfect.
Nice.
Launch.
And
No, we need a crew.
you need a crew. Absolutely.
Bye bye, ship. Who's in it? Oh.
There goes $4 billion.
The crew only at this point only do one thing. They only repair stuff. So you need to have them around because they're gonna repair shit when it starts getting blown up. But
How many should we put in?
I would put about 6 to 8 of them.
7.
Now,
Perfect.
for when this comes out as the full game, everything's going to cost money, and how much do you get to start with?
Well, at the moment, everything's going to cost money because because in Solar Storm, you're a NASA mission. In the main game, you're a private space enterprise.
Huh, interesting.
And you're going for, basically the story is that you're trying to find a lost starship called the STS Hope, which was lost in the asteroid belt about a decade before. And now it's a big race between you and a big fleet, all trying to find the STS Hope first and bring it home, because obviously if you do that, there's money and power and success and an awful lot of fame.
With this many guns, I believe you mean by race. You mean the last one standing.
Yes.
Online multiplayer, it's going to be a race.
Oh, I wish. I mean, we've been looking at multiplayer. One of the stretch goals, one of the absolute end stretch goal for the game is multiplayer, because we'd love to get it in there. But there's 2 of us making this, man. It's that would probably be slightly beyond where we are at the moment, I think.
Okay, so are we good to launch then?
Go ahead, let's see what happens.
Oh, let's see what happens.
Ooh, pretty. Ooh, really pretty. Look at that sexy ship.
Property Google Maps.
So this is what we call the hero shot. When we did the first ever build of Solar Storm, this actually popped up by accident as a screen. It was a bug originally. I'm not quite sure how it ended up being a bug, but then we just went, hey, you know what? That's brilliant. Let's do that.
That was really good. Ooh, menus. I like.
How does that become a bug? What?
It looks so cool.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
Who did the soundtrack to this?
The soundtrack is actually, we got it as a what do they call it?
Open source or something?
No, it wasn't open source. It was like Audio Jungle, so it was royalty free.
Oh, okay.
So we paid about $13, or I think we paid about $29 for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, we ended up chatting to the guy who made it on Twitter about 3 weeks later. He's really cool. He's called Matteo Bossi, and he was really happy with how we used his music. So that was always good. So, I wouldn't burn fuel right now. Fuel is vital.
Dude, you go backwards.
It's fine. Settle down.
Actually, if we run out of fuel, I've got to cheat anyway. So I'll quickly take you through it. So this is the travel screen. On here, you're gonna watch your lovely ship get shot to pieces.
Yay!
We're also gonna see repairs. We'll also see the enemy. We'll also see the aforementioned asteroids. Mm-hmm. At the bottom of the screen there, we've got a load of. Do you see the little tabs? So you've got the foot tab and the lightning tab and the rocket tab and the sensor. Oh, that's exciting.
Ooh. Good luck and keep your wits about you. Action stations. So, if we pop that open, we'll have a combat advantage.
Ship he has there.
So can we just? Okay. We attack automatically.
No. Left click on the weapon to left click on the weapon to target, and then right click to stop targeting that area. And just shoot away. And
that part's quite a bit like FTL actually.
That is quite. It's a little bit more reactive than FTL because obviously FTL you have to wait for each weapon to recharge.
Yeah.
With this one, we've got it set to auto fire. And wow, you're going through your power remarkably quickly.
5 guns.
Hey, done. That was quick.
Exactly.
You didn't even shoot his engines off.
Didn't need to.
He's just like, I'm just gonna go.
Well, my strategy in FTL, which I'm trying to adopt here, is I always take an ion gun, which will nullify their systems. Then I just nullify their weapons all the time. So in this, I'm just targeting his weapons first, and then if he can't shoot me, I can do whatever the heck I want to him.
Absolutely. I mean, the other thing to do as well is look for the vulnerable corridor sections, because what you can do is you can knock off his weapons in a single hit if you know where to hit him. So if we are the railgun's taking a hit, do you see that the health bar's gone down at the top there? Yeah, I'd send a crewman to fix that. Otherwise, we're going to end up with no railguns.
Okay. And which menu do I do to?
Oh, you just click on him. Oh. So click on your little crewman, and then send him over there, and he'll start repairing it automatically.
Okay.
Fancy.
Yeah, you'll also notice these guys are in microgravity because obviously there's no gravity in space, so they're not walking; they're floating.
Oh. Rogue satellite.
This one is quite fun. If it is the event card I think it is. No, it's just another enemy. So you try using the lasers this time and try and hit. Do you see the corridor section just above his reactor? Just try and hit that and see what happens.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's just falling apart now. Wow.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
That's amazing. And he's still firing, or is that you?
No, that's me. I stopped.
Oh!
Nice.
You've taken him to pieces there, my friends.
Well, I'm sold.
So obviously on the Solar Storm, the ships are going to be a lot bigger because this is just a tutorial, so I didn't want to make it too difficult in terms of combat.
Yeah.
So with the main game, the ships are going to be the size of these. So what we're going to have is we'll have a lot of redundancy. So you'll actually have to be quite careful about where you target and how you hit them, and how hard you hit them as well. Because we're hoping this is our big regret that we didn't actually manage to integrate. In the main game, those bits that you shot off will pop up as an event in the game. Oh, another event card.
Yes.
Ooh, that's interesting.
So do we open the fuel tanks or steer clear of the cloud?
I'm not saying a word.
Do it. Open it.
Open it?
You might catch a rabbit.
Okay, because we're pretty...
Hydrogen
glass
gas is too dispersed throughout space, and such space by
That's fine.
So
That's
you don't
fine. We
actually
didn't take
lose
any damage, so we're okay.
Yeah, you don't lose anything.
We're okay.
Yeah. So sometimes the event cards are not just people wanting to kill you. They are often people wanting to kill you, but not always.
That's okay, because often I will be wanting to kill them.
Exactly.
He's peaceful, kill him.
Yeah.
But in the main game, with the bits that you shot off the enemy, we're hoping that you'll be able to interact with those and put them onto your ship. So your ship will be able to change and adapt and grow depending on the parts that you damage that you take from the enemy. That's our objective. That's what we're hoping to integrate. We tried so hard, but when we got to the point, it was so buggy.
Yeah.
And it was heartbreaking because we wanted to put it in there, but we couldn't.
Of course. This is still working very well too.
Yeah.
For a standalone demo, this is really good. And we do a newscast every Sunday talking about like Kickstarter videos and that kind of thing. And one of the things that we always touch on, at least nowadays with the new Kickstarter, one of the things that you really need to be able to do is like a proof of what do I want to say here? Proof that your game is actually on its way. And a standalone demo like this is an excellent way to do it because this is a lot of fun.
Well, would you like to fly to Mars? Because
yes.
At the moment we're just flying through space.
I am enjoying blowing people up, but I guess we should try to get to Mars.
We will at the moment we will probably miss. It's quite difficult to hit Mars. So, do you see at the bottom tabs we've got a little one we've got a little tab there that has a planet on it.
Yeah.
Alright, so if we click on that and bring that up, it's going to show you the orbital map. So on there we've got Earth's orbit, we've got Mars's orbit, and we've got our predicted course as well. So if you move that purple slider on the right hand of the screen. Okay. Yeah, alright, so we'll scrap flying to Mars for the time being.
So
click OK. Click OK,
yeah,
and then go straight back to the ship view and see what happens, because this might be an asteroid shower, I'm not sure. Or nothing may happen.
From the Brazilian space agency. They lost some getting some new signals from it recently, and wondering if we can take a look and see what they're. Should we do their job for them, or no?
I don't mind, you choose.
It's up to you on this one.
Let's do it. Okay.
I think that the guy that isn't playing, what you should do is you should actually just go beep. Okay, STS-96. You can do what you like there.
Yeah, go for it.
Asteroids!
Oh, no.
Quick, use the control slider to move them out of the way. Because this is a little bit arcadey.
Okay.
What you can do is incoming events like that. Is you can use the control slider. You'll burn fuel, but you can avoid incoming shots like that. So asteroids that are coming in like that, you can avoid railgun shots as well. If we run into an enemy with a railgun, you're going to see railgun shots pop up with those little yellow circles, and we'll be able to kind of jink around them and steer around them. And if we can't do that, we can steer them onto parts of our ships that we want to get hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, time to kill another satellite.
Ooh, this one's easy. Enough.
He doesn't even have weapons.
Let's have a look.
You, sir, are about to have a bad day.
You've got to kill him. You absolutely have to kill him as quick as you possibly can.
Is that what
do you see the timer?
Yeah.
It's on a collision course.
Ooh.
So fire everything.
Wow. That's an interesting thing. You're running out of power.
Well, it doesn't really matter. We still need to kill him.
No.
Let's see.
Oh God.
Oh, this could be the end.
This could be it.
No, you got
you're
40 seconds. Come on.
Yeah, you're 5 seconds in front of me, so I'm just watching and hoping.
Oh, come on, do some damage!
It keeps missing.
Oh, that's the danger of railguns.
It's disabled, but may have some special equipment. Okay. Oh, come on! Oh, so close. Yes!
Oh, good.
Yes!
Is he
Had 15
dead?
seconds left, was it?
Oh my god, what an amazing gift, Pie Man.
Oh no.
I'm gonna be a Romulan. That's what we're flying. We're a Romulan ship now.
And we're facing the tentacular.
Fire everything!
So if you don't shoot down that satellite, it enters from the top of the screen and just goes straight into you and destroys you in a single hit.
Oh my god. Oh, asteroid time.
More asteroids.
Ah! Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh dear, oh dear.
Ooh.
Oh, they keep spawning on me. There, okay.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, no.
God.
Keep going! Oh no!
I can't, we
Oh,
don't
no.
have much fuel left.
Oh no!
Next time we're putting on
Oh.
at least 30
No,
fuel
what you do
tanks.
is I wait for it to...
It doesn't come back.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
well,
Oh!
GG.
Oh no!
Oh no.
We're out of fuel, and what's worse is the fact we haven't even started on the course to Mars
Yeah.
yet.
So that was actually kind of interesting. Ooh, we got through. Nope. Ooh,
You did
we
it!
got through. We are okay. We're through. We're
But
good.
we have no fuel.
Whatever. Action stations again.
Would you like me to give you the cheat to bring all the fuel back?
Yes, right as soon as we kill this thing. Is this another one? No. This is not on a collision course, so we're okay.
And you're out of power too.
That's fine. They'll fire when they fire. This is really neat, though.
Oh, thank you. We've been working on this for probably before we did the Kickstarter. I mean, our Kickstarter started about 3 or 4 days ago.
Mhm.
Before we did our Kickstarter, we've been working on this for about I don't know 7 or 8 months, trying to put together a good idea. You know, this version that you're playing is probably the 28th. The 28th version, the 28th pre-alpha that we've done. So yeah, I mean, it's been a long process. It's been quite hard work.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I
So,
paused it. Let's get some fuel.
Yeah. So if we bring down the console line and type more juice. Oh, be careful on this menu screen as well, because if you don't press escape, it'll crash. So
Okay.
don't resume. Just press escape.
Console should be tilled, no?
Yes, it should just pop down, or home possibly.
There we go.
Yeah. So if you type more juice, it'll refuel the ship automatically for you.
Okay, and so what I'm seeing from the map here is that we physically have to hit Mars. Like, we have to set the course.
We do have to hit Mars, and we do have to set the course. So if you use the slider, it'll give you the anticipated course of where Mars is. So the trick is, we call this the system map because it gives you a rough idea. It gives you a sort of a macro view.
Yeah.
It gives you a macro view of where you're going. So, and then what you can do is you can use the control to basically make massive course corrections as opposed to just micro course corrections, which is what you do on the travel screen.
Okay.
So, and also it's real orbital mechanics. So we're not trying to fly at Mars because if we aim at Mars where it is now,
Mm-hmm.
we'll just end up missing it because it'll have moved at that point.
Because it's traveling towards us right now.
Exactly. I mean, even before we've turned the engines on, in terms of the way it actually works, we're moving at 29,000 kilometers an hour just to stay in the same place.
This is so cool.
So then we'll burn the engines. See if you can line up an intercept. Now it's normally roughly on the other side of the sun, and then once we've done that, you can pretty much just let it run. Let's see. I'm just waiting to see what you've done.
Mm-hmm. Ooh! Another strange message.
Oh. that was the Soviet satellite, the Lost Cosmonauts.
Almost.
Well, we don't want to aim for where it is there. We want to aim further. Oh, but we need more juice!
Where are you taking it then?
Because this is going to keep traveling on that, we're going to be a lot closer because we'll get to here and see how far this has come.
So the next part of the game is really we like it, obviously. We're making this game. The next part of the game is so you got the system map, which is the planet, and then you got the thing that looks like a Wi-Fi symbol. That's the sensor screen. So if we click on that, it's going to pop up with a screen that's got these little white nodes. These little white nodes are sensor pins. They're things which are in space, which we can see. Half the time we don't know what these are because space is really, really big, and we only really know what they are until when they get quite close.
Okay.
So obviously that one's a sensor ghost. So with sensor ghost, it's just sort of, oh, we've seen it, it looked interesting. Actually, it's quite boring.
How about this one directly in front of us? Check your
Now,
engine.
what you can do with that is you can use. Oh, there you go. Oh, you've got an engine. You've got an engine issue.
Yeah.
So that's an internal event. So that'll happen regardless of whether you hit external events.
Okay.
Interesting.
So stuff is going to go wrong with your ship, and we're expecting you to basically fix it. So you were doing the "I'm sorry, Dave, I can't do that."
Yeah.
We got one of those in there.
Yes.
So on the sensor screen,
yep,
those little white things, they're just events, and we don't know. I don't know what those are. You don't know what those are until you hit them. But you've got that little Wi-Fi symbol on the right hand of the screen.
Yep.
That's a high precision sensor. So what you can do is you can use that and you can ping those oncoming events. And you can actually get an insight in what they are before they hit you.
Oh, system error reduced.
So that's another sensor ghost.
Okay.
You'll also notice that HP sensor, the high precision sensor, is now recharging.
Yeah.
So what you do is you can decide whether you want to steer a straight course to Mars, whether you want to take a maneuverable ship and just steer around events, because you can do steering from this screen as well.
Of course.
And also what events you want to ping, when you want to ping them, if you want to ping them, and how you want to interact with the events. You know how, kind of like I keep coming back to FTL.
Object.
So I keep coming back to FTL with this. You know how FTL allows you to control the speed of the events with the FTL jumps you do.
Yeah.
This is a similar mechanism, but we wanted to make it a little bit more reactive.
Okay. This one has a spinning orange circle, so I assume we're gonna taking a large ejected from the sun. It does it better ready up. Okay. Go to ship view. Normal view. Oh my god. Nobody's gonna get that joke. Oh man.
So if you don't have the fuel cheat with this, and you run into an asteroid, thing, oh god, I can't speak.
Yeah, but
if you
where you've got to dodge in that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just sort of dodging through it, being careful about how you use fuel, about how you husband fuel. I mean, that's part of the game. It's so you've got some micromanagement to do with your crew, but you've got some long-term thinking to do as well. Because if you go back to the system view now, all those dodging moves you made have affected your course.
I knew it.
So you may end up missing Mars now because you've been making all those dodging moves.
Uh-oh.
This is so neat.
Can you speed up the time?
Not yet. we're thinking about using a time dilation thing, but if you did that, obviously the events would come on a lot quicker, so you wouldn't have the choice to head out. You wouldn't have the choice to maneuver around them and how you deal with the events, because it'd just look like like the old-fashioned asteroids. They'd just be dropping down like snow, and you'd be hitting an event like every 3 seconds or something.
Pretty much, you'd hit an asteroid and it would just destroy you immediately.
Absolutely. Yeah. The other thing is, with our game, you can have multiple events going off at the same time. So you can be fighting an enemy ship and run into an asteroid storm and have a reactor failure all at the same time. I mean, I was playing this, just testing out the latest builds, because we did some bug testing for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was playing a build today, and that's what I ran into, and I didn't have a hope. Just got absolutely blown to smoke.
Okay.
So one of the reasons why this we're still sort of hanging around is because, without really knowing how the system mechanic works, you'd wait to get to Mars. Mm-hmm. But our expectation is that players, once they've got the idea of what they're doing, they'll probably just head out immediately, because the game is quite well set up. Actually, if you let Mars get away from you, it's actually quite difficult to catch up.
Oh, interesting.
So, do you want to send a crewman outside?
Right as soon as we finish with this event card. Yes. Same strange readings. We're showing an energy build from the battery pack. Can you confirm? Be careful, it could be dangerous. Run a computer diagnostic, jettison the battery pack, or order a crewman to investigate the faults with the battery. I feel like the last one is not a good idea.
No, I think we should. I think we should do that last one.
I think we're going to run a computer diagnostic.
Okay, fine.
That's much less lethal. There's nothing wrong with first, apart from raised temperatures. Suddenly alarms go off indicating the battery's failed. Let's just send one out to fix it. Okay, so you were right. Someone out to fix it? But it isn't showing me which battery it is.
It's actually that one. So our program. So we're still working on good communication. Yeah. So John about 2 weeks ago went, Kieran, and I went, yeah, and he went, can I make that battery a capacitor, because not everyone's got batteries. everyone has to have capacitors on the ship. And I went, yeah, sure, John, that's fine. Assuming that John would change the text on the event card so it didn't read battery, it read capacitor. Yeah, I'm still waiting for that to happen.
Okay, so how do we send somebody outside? Because we can wait until something goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean, so if you, on the left-hand side of the corner, you've got the plus and minus buttons, and next to it, you've got that little symbol that looks like a pot lid.
Yep.
So if you click on that, it'll bring the roof up. So that's the external view of the ship. So now, if you click on a crewman, hopefully the pathfinding is still a bit off. If you click on a crewman, he should go outside onto the outside of the ship rather than the inside of the ship. So just click outside, and then, with any luck, when this works, it's really cool. When it doesn't, it's just, to be honest, the pathfinding is a bit hit and miss at the moment.
Perhaps I didn't put in any hatchways, or
no, it should be okay.
Just do it on its own.
So that one doesn't want to work right now.
No. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, we were quite proud of that. Oh, there he goes.
There he goes. Yep, definitely.
Just break something.
Look at him. He's in space.
He's in space. Obviously, one of the mechanics that we're going to have is we're going to have on-site repairing. So while you're in combat, you'll be able to send your guys out to either grab enemy components or repair the stuff when they're outside.
What a horrible job for that poor man.
Absolutely. If he gets hit by anything, I mean, like like anything, he's dead.
Yeah.
Absolutely dead. And
Okay.
we're hoping to introduce a crew mechanic. At the moment, once we've got around to it, for the main game, the crew are going to have names, and they'll have one thing that they're very, very good at. So you'll have, because crew are going to operate as buffs for the full game. So operating as buffs for the full game, but also they're going to be able to repair stuff. But each crew member is going to have a specific skill. We're hoping if we get some money for it, to build sort of more in-depth management skills. So you'll have to monitor their health. You'll have to monitor their morale as well. So we're not going to have a health bar, because if you get hit by anything, you're dead. But things like onboard ship morale. So if people are dying regularly, if the ship's falling apart, that's going to affect the efficiency of the ship.
Interesting.
It's really neat that this is a real-time space simulator.
Yeah. So I have 2 questions, and I have learned from Fifth Element not to just touch the red button without asking. But there is a bomb tap and what looks like power disconnecting. Am I right in assuming that there's a self-destruct and maybe a decoupling of your corridors? Is that
Exactly. I mean, the one that looks like stuff breaking means we can just knock components off the side of the ship. So the idea with that one is, if you've got components which are better than the ones that you've currently got on the ship, you can actually take your ship apart by doing that. The bomb one is, I've missed Mars and I've got no hope, and we're not coming back from this one, guys. It's better to die in a nuclear explosion than suffocate in the cold depths of space.
It's kind of depressing.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I mean, but this game is hard. Genuinely, we've made it difficult. There may be times when sadly self-destruction is the better option. If it's that, or head to miss Mars and end up near Jupiter, I know.
Yeah, in a few thousand years when we're all like bleached skeletons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you were gonna end the game, what you do is just click the bomb tab and then click the main reactor, and it'll go off and destroy the whole ship.
Huh. Which actually
looks like it's about time for you to do that.
Yeah, we're just out of time for the show, so we're gonna polish this guy off, because I do love blowing people up.
Kill him and then blow yourself up. Okay, good.
The combat in this is probably one of my favorite of any space simulator I've played in a long time, simply because you get to see. It's like you aim here and you see the piece just explode and start drift out into space. It's awesome.
This probe in particular has got a great design flaw. You see, there's just one corridor section below the command deck.
Yeah.
If you hit that with a laser, the entire ship will fall apart.
Deal. Deal. If it hits.
Aim everything.
Fire everything. Oh, almost done. All I need is one little laser. Come on.
Is there a way to improve accuracy or damage?
Yes, if you put your crew in there.
Oh.
Sorry.
If you put your, I love how enthusiastic you guys are. Seriously, I've been playing this on my own for a while, so it's great to hear somebody else enjoying it. If you put your crew in the weapons, you'll be able to improve accuracy for the railguns and damage for the lasers automatically, because obviously that's the best thing to do.
Yeah. What an awesome game. I'm going to waste, not waste, but I'm going to spend a lot of hours on this game. I can tell already.
Well, to be honest, the Kickstarter's been a bit of a soft launch, so I have no idea if we're going to make it. Mm-hmm. But the demo's going to be out there, whatever happens. So even if it's just making incremental improvements to SDS96, we'll still be out there in some form, because everyone that plays it has really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, we'll keep going.
Oh no, it's gonna hit you!
The solid battle! Oh no, it stopped. No, it didn't. Oh, I don't think it did.
That'd be hilarious if it like knocked these up and shit.
Woo! That being said,
Time to blow up.
we salute
Bow.
you, average
Farewell,
Jungle Giant.
It was
farewell,
good.
sir.
It was good serving you.
Fare
Your
thee
crew.
well. Kaboom! Ah, everybody's dead.
You got a really cool cutscene as well.
STS-96, come in, please. STS-96.
Oh, it's
report
even
your
more depressing.
condition. STS-96, please respond. Please.
This is Mission Control. I am declaring an emergency.
STS-96, please respond.
We're gonna send a ship to find the ship that was gonna find the ship.
That's the sequel.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that was STS, but it will become Solar Storm. Once again, guys, we're going to put the link for the Kickstarter. Please back this because it's amazing in a lot of ways. And thank you very much, Kieran, for joining us for the show tonight. That was a blast.
Really quickly, how much is your Kickstarter looking to get?
We're looking to raise £30,000.
Okay.
Okay.
And you guys,
which is
you're off to a pretty good start, if I remember when I checked the Kickstarter today.
it's not bad. After we're getting there. I mean,
Yeah.
we would have obviously, we would like to launch a bit bigger, but yeah, we're getting there slowly
Yeah.
and surely.
Well, here's hoping.
Yes.
Again, we love people having back on the show, so let us know if you guys get closer to the Kickstarter, anything that you like, any kind of updates, or when you actually launch the game, because we'd
Yep.
love to have you back and play it again and make you stay up till 4 in the morning.
Yeah, we'll get you to stay up longer.
Well, I enjoyed it, so it's no problem.
Maybe
Actually,
we'll do
funny enough,
another
it's no problem
Friday
at all.
special someday.
Yeah. No, but it was a
Wonderful.
blast.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
So, anyways, that is Average Giants for this week. It was a wonderful time, and hopefully you'll be back next week when we have more super duper fun games.
We have
to
a
play.
heck load of fun games coming up. We
Yeah.
have a full schedule. I don't know if you guys know this, but we are like booked for the next month.
Yeah, we're booked till
month and a
July
half.
7th.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, from us at IGM and Average Giants, much love, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you again next
Good night,
time.
everybody. And also,